The man gives the girl money. She asks if that is from the teacher. The teacher lies and says that she ended up dropping it from her bag. And she thanks the girl for giving it back, and asks her to tell anyone that he gave it back to her, and says it's a secret. The boy then arrives and asks if the student is delivering something to the teacher. The teacher says it's a project. The boy comments that he wants to know what it is. She says it's something important. And the boy asks if it's a green project. She says yes. The boy says it must be very valuable. She says yes. And the boy says that now it will be theirs, because he can talk around what he thought. The woman says that the project is theirs. The boy says it will be half. She says yes. And the boy says that everyone will be happy. The woman replies that the good thing is that no one will find out about anything. And the guy says that's a great idea. Then he says he's going to take the girl to the classroom. He calls the little girl to accompany him. The woman leaves quickly. The little girl says she wants to say something. He tells her to speak. The little girl says she thinks the school is very good, and unfortunately her father is having trouble paying her, and asks him for help. The boy says that her father will fix it and things will get better. She is crestfallen and the two leave. The man gives the girl more money. She stops the teacher and asks if that is hers. She says no and asks where she found it. The little girl says she found it on the floor. The teacher is surprised. She says she thought it was the teacher. She says no. The girl says she needs to say something. The teacher says to speak. She says it looks like she's going to drop out of school because her dad can't afford it. And she asks if the teacher can help. The teacher says that she will have a meeting with the general director and will comment on her. And the two leave. The man likes what he saw. Upon arrival, she sees the two professors with a lot of money. She asks what they are doing. Then she tells the little girl to wait outside. She asks what is going on there. The boy asks if she is a saint. The woman next to her says she knows very well what that is. And the boy says they can share it with her. And he knows very well that the teacher earns little and can help a lot. And he says the universe is collaborating with them. The kind teacher says she would never do that. And she comments that the money must be from the same person who lost that one. And she says the money is not hers. They make fun of her, and she says she'll pretend she doesn't have to. She replies that she needs it, but the money is not hers. The boy says to share. She says she won't do that. The woman says she doesn't have an owner, because they found it. The girl says that she owns yes. The boy says not to make things difficult. The girl says that she will notify the director, as this is the right thing to do. She puts her bag on the table and leaves. The boy says he will blame her. The teacher tells the girl that she is going to discuss her case with the principal and asks her to wait there. And she says goodbye to the student. The teacher arrives with the former local director. He says that today the director general will appoint a new director of this school, and it will be one of the three. The two perk up. And he says that in a little while the general director will be arriving. He asks for patience, because he said he ended up getting traffic on the way. And he wishes them luck, because today one of them will be the new principal of the school. The girl says she needs to say something. The director asks what she wants to talk about. She says they both had a lot of money in their hands when she entered the room. The two pretend not to know anything. She says she saw everything, and they took money that wasn't theirs. The woman gets angry, and says that she doesn't accept being blamed for something she didn't do, as she's been at the school for years. The girl says she knows what she saw. The former director asks everyone to calm down. The boy says it's absurd. And the girl says that the two of them were doing what they shouldn't. The woman says it's a very serious accusation. The former director asks where the money is. The girl tells them to talk. And they both pretend not to know where the money is. The lady says she saw them with the money, and they both know where it is. The woman says to check her bag then, if she really took something. The ex-director excuses himself and goes to check the bag. He takes the things out, but he doesn't find the money. The boy says he doesn't even have a backpack. The shrewd woman says to check the girl's purse too. She says to look no problem. The ex-principal asks permission, and goes to look in her purse. He sees the money and asks what that is. And the two are mocking the girl. She says it was the two of them who put it there. The former director asks everyone to be quiet, and will tell the director everything that happened there. He gets quite irritated, and leaves. She says the two are dishonest. And the boy mocks the girl. The woman tells the girl not to say a word to her. The girl is indignant and says that they took the money. The general director arrives and bids everyone good afternoon. And everyone there greets him. The general director asks what's going on, because he can hear screams from downstairs. The two say that the girl will be able to better explain what is happening. The girl begins to explain that upon entering the room, she saw the two of them counting money, and they put it in her purse to accuse her. The boy says that this is absurd, because she accused both of them, and in fact, the money was in her purse. The general director asks if it's that bag, and the guy says yes. The woman says it's absurd to be accused of something she didn't do. The general director asks everyone to be silent. He asks if that's the money they're referring to. The woman says yes. He says the money is his. And the two ask if the girl stole from the boss. The director tells everyone to shut up. And he says the girl didn't steal anything. For he tested them all. And they both set a bad example. And then he says his daughter was outside with the money. And they both took money from his daughter. And he says that the boy did not set a good example, and even deceived his daughter. The boy says he didn't do that. And the woman, to leave the scene, pretends that she is indignant with the boy. The general director says that the woman did the same. She doesn't understand. And he says he even asked his daughter to lie and not tell anyone. She tries to make up an excuse. And he asks what example that was. Then he says they didn't even have compassion. Because she asked for help and they didn't even care. The woman says it wasn't like that. And the CEO says they didn't even want to help the little girl. They try to make up a lie. The director tells him to shut up, because he is talking. And he comments that the only person who paid attention to the little girl was the teacher next door. And he says that she has a very good heart, because she is an excellent professional, and she had compassion for his daughter. The general director who teaches is not just to teach, but to set an example, because they are educating citizens. and he tells them both to leave his school. The boy says that the girl steals the money and they take the blame. The girl says it's not enough for them. And the boy leaves indignant, talking bad about everyone. The former local director rushed them. The woman says that she will sue the school as she has done nothing wrong. And the CEO says they're lucky they didn't call the police. The general director apologizes to the teacher and thanks her for being an excellent professional. Because everything was a test and she passed, because she showed compassion for the girl, and she knows that all the students will love her as the new principal. And she welcomes the new position. She is happy and hugs the general manager. And she says that she will honor his trust. The former local director welcomes you. The local director asks him to show her the new one. And everyone leaves.